It's what a good idea to come here. Philomel smiles with satisfaction as she looks at the garden in full bloom. She was looking around. She was in the backyard garden of the Imperial Plains. The flowers planted by the skilled gardener were in full bloom. Such a beautiful scene always brings a smile. It's what no exaggeration to say that even the walls in the mines are stunned when walking in the garden. So beautiful was it. Can you come for a walk with me? That was Philomel's wish. She had never walked with Eustic before. But come for a walk with me and I will tell you how I will be excellent successor. The little girl though determinedly. However, the person who appeared before her was completely different from the emperor. The little boy who appeared before Philomel seemed to be 2 and 3 years younger than her. He looked at her with a grumpy look on his face. Hey! He shouted. Only the imperial family can enter these plains. Philomel calmly graced the identity of the little boy. It was a garden accessible only to members of the imperial family. If he was in this garden, it meant only one thing, that he had imperial blood, and by the side of his dark blonde hair. How dare you ignore me? Which family do you come from? Do you know it's an act of treason to sneak into this garden? However, the person who appeared before her was completely different from the emperor. The little boy who appeared before Philomel seemed to be 2 or 3. Oh, what? Oh, so loud. The boy stuttered. They was believing Philomel was ignoring him. Oh, so loud. I can't think because of the noise. Is he an idiot? Why does he think that I'm not part of the imperial family? Philomel opened her mouth and said in the soft voice, trying to be patient. Hey, keep your voice down, and it will be nice to have an example. Shut up! Drag the young princess thread of Patience had just broken in her mind. There had been many people who had ignored Philomel during her short life, but this was the first time she had been treated so openly, insultingly. It was only later that her voice became cold and dry when she opened her mouth. Hey, shut up! What? What did you just say? Are your ears blocked? Shut up, Liam Elos. Liam, what's wrong? Are you hurt? It's loud. What the hell's going on? The first people who appeared in form of the little girl was a woman holding a white umbrella. She had shiny blonde hair and mauve-colored eyes. The person next to the woman was a young boy who appeared to be 3 or 4 years older than Philomel. The boy's blonde hair was as dark as lamb Alice. The two people were Marquise Alice and her eldest son Logan Alice. The former name is Marquise Severe Alias was beloved. In other words, she was the daughter of the previous emperor and half-sister of the current emperor, the former Princess Sylvia. They were the only ones who could be described as blood related because are the older children of the son and died or had left the country. Only Elstic and Marquis Alice remained, who had quickly sided with the new emperor. I hear that the Marquis Alice had 2 sons, but the eldest son had already met him, so he knew her face. Quick saw not a case for the second son, whom Philomel was meeting for the first time today at the beloved house was not very friendly. It was rare that they were meeting except in case of official events. However, the second son of the family, named Elias, was still young and had not yet made an official appearance. Marquis Elias was surprised when she saw Philomel and greeted her. "Oh my, Philomel, it's been a while. How have you been?" Regardless of their family relationship, whether she was her aunt or not, it was extremely rude to talk to the princess in such a rude manner, even within the same imperial family. There were rules of courtesy for addressing HR. Sometimes it could happen that they spoke more casually, but only if they were close and had given HR the permission to address HR in this way. Lem looked at his mother with surprise before asking aloud. "What? Is it Philomel the princess? But mother, you said the princess was very ugly." The Marquis hastened to close her son's mouth. "Ha ha ha ha! You must be mistaken. So, that's what you think of me, Philomel's eye hardened and turned cold. Logan Ellis took a step forward to distance Philomel. "I greet your highness, the princess. I beg you to forgive my younger brother with a broad heart." Logan had been more polite believed that his mother and the second son. However, he had barely bowed his head and upper body. This was not how one great Princess Logan Ellis. This was a boy who was supposed to be the next emperor. Indeed, since Philomel did not have a divine spirit and she lacked qualification, the ministers said among themselves that very soon the emperor would introduce his nephew, who had the reputation of being excellent at the next her to the door. I'm sure when Alencia come back, it would be like a dog chasing a chicken in any case. Philomel snort unconsciously before bowing her head to accept the getting. We will be on our way. If you allow it, I come to take a walk with my mother and brother today. But at the moment, Lam, who took his mother's hand, said to his brother, sticking to him, Hey, when you become an emperor, please take away the garden and build a playground. I want to make a war game with my friends. Oh my God, he's so, You shouldn't talk like that. Philomel had heard everything. Logan already saw himself as the future emperor. The little princess was confused by the behavior of the three people who already saw themselves on top. It was dangerous for her to antagonize them by considering the future. They would be the first to show they found Steve. It was discovered that she was not the real princess. Moreover, they were already ready to take the authority of the princess immediately if they could. Perhaps it would be wise to let what had just happened go. But how could an heir to the throne live such injuries? It seemed to her that she had to put them in their place to some extent. If the emperor heard about this, he might be disappointed in her again. A brother. She didn't want to live that way. She was a princess until she had to leave the position to Alencia. Philomel opened her mouth after making up her mind. Wait! Before the three of you leave, say hello. Sylvia turned to Philomel with a confused expression on her face and looked at her. Is that a greeting? I said it earlier. Madame Marquise of Elos, you were great when you were a member of the Emperor family, were you not? That is. And why have you been talking to me informally for a last while? Speak up! An exclamation came from the Marquis's wide mouth, but there was nothing to say. Right? All right, I will do as you wish. Sylvia Ellis greeted His Imperial Highness in Philomel. Is that enough? Philomel says, detaching its word to Sylvia Sylvia, who had bowed quickly before strengthening up. Get out! What? What? Bow down. Isn't that the proper way to greet the heir to the throne? Actually, unless she was a commoner or low-ranking nobleman, it was right to give a strict greeting. Sylvia's face turned red with the shame. She must have been furious, even if she had become a marquise after her marriage, and she had been a princess before. She should have been treated as a highest of ladies. Moreover, she was said to dominate high society as her hour since the Empress Blanche was vacant. But the anger broke out elsewhere. My brother is going to be the emperor. You are not a successor, shouted Liam a thousand times, as if he was trying to replace his mother. It was at that moment was that this first. The emperor had just appeared. The face of middle-aged Chris and Logan turned pale. Liam, who was still young, did not realize how dangerous what he had just said was. A member of the emperor family would become a emperor, not the emperor's children. This was a remark that could be considered high treason. Maybe he had heard Liam. Philomel quickly approached the emperor and asked, Your Majesty, Liam Ellis has said that his brother will be the next emperor. Is this true? Can Logan Ellis be the next emperor before me? The first princess of the emperor? Marquis Ellis exclaimed hurriedly. Your Majesty, no, my son never said such a thing. The emperor remained silent. Logan joined in, thinking that the emperor would not abandon them. He said, That's right. Her Imperial Highness missed here. The emperor says, So the princess is lying? The marquis quite grinned. I don't want to go that far, but yes, children often like to get attention, don't they? Don't scold the princess too much. It's just a trivial lie. The marquis and Logan were working together to make Princess Philomel a liar. A reliable successor would have to use logic to refute their lying words. But words did not immediately come to her in the face of this unexpected situation. It was in this moment that Philomel realized that she was a weak child. Oh no, I really hear that, Your Majesty, exclaimed Philomel with teary eyes. But that moment, everything bent down so that she was on the same level as the little Princess Di. With a gentle hand, he wiped her tears from her small cheeks. You are not a liar. If you were a liar, I would be too. I heard everything. Your Majesty! In an instant, the Marquis' pretty face turned bar. Logan, who had grasped the situation, dropped to his knee, his face to the ground. I have sinned today. I was worried about my immature little brother and I made a mistake. Big older brother? Lam took a step back. What's wrong with you? Everyone does this. His Majesty also pointed to my brother and the successor. Lazy! Pound! Hit his brother. Logan hit his brother on the head. Why is he hitting me? Liam began to cry sadly. There was no chance. Your Majesty, what my brother just said is wrong. My brother and I never said such a thing to my younger brother. Well, yes, my son's imagination had no limit. That's why he was mistaken. The two people who had tried to lay Philomel on as a liar were doing the same thing to Liam. The little boy, very soft. What his family betrayed him. Stop it! The ice voice didn't make much more noise. I really don't care. It didn't think you were plotting right in front of my eyes. Despite the warm breeze, the temperature seemed to have dropped suddenly. Philomel was frightened, and she wondered if the Illos family felt the same way. Well, the wife of Marquis of Illos began to tremble in silence. Logan, who claimed to be intelligent, was all alone. While Arthur sat and kept silent by pursing his lips. The reason I didn't touch you, Sylvia, is because it wasn't worth getting my hands dirty with blood. Eustace, Marquis Ellis slumped to the ground with a block. The situation of Sylvia, the former princess, was so desperate that she called her younger half-brother in the miserable voice. If you don't want to lose your head here, take your children and get out here. I don't want to see blood today.